everyone, I'm Sonu Sen. Today let us learn the topic of international business GDR, that is Global Depository Receipt. This topic is made on the demand of my student. They need to learn first GDR. So the remaining topic of World Bank Group, that is MEGA and ICSID, that will be prepared followed by this video. Okay. So let's see what is GDR. Introduction. GDR are securities certificate issued by intermediaries such as banks for facilitating investment in foreign company. So here GDR are the securities. These are issued by the intermediaries, financial intermediaries such as banks for facilitating investment in the to create investment from the from the other foreign companies. Okay. GDR are not traded in the local stock exchange. It is not traded in the local stock exchange. Like if India needs amount, then GDR should be created. We cannot trade the GDR in the like Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, we need to trade it with the foreign stock exchange only. Okay, one GDR holds 10 shares. Okay, this is important, but ratio can be anything higher or lower. So here the value of one GDR means it's 10 shares. Sometimes it's higher also, lower also. The value is higher or lower. Okay, GDR are traded in foreign stock exchange, as I said before. So here all over the meaning of GDR is it's a securities issued by the intermediaries like banks for facilitating investment, to create investment, to raise investment from the other foreign countries to the our country. Okay, our company. So this is the introduction. I hope you have cleared the basic meaning of GDR. Let's see the process of GDR. What is the process? How to create a GDR? Okay. So if foreign company needs capital from global, then they approach financial intermediaries such as depository banks. See, like foreign company, to if the company like India needs capital from global, from all over the other countries, then they approach financial intermediaries such as banks, because banks are the main here who deal with the foreign companies, foreign stock exchange and all. So here certain banks are like Citibanks and all. So these banks help it to raise the capital from the foreign exchange markets. See, if foreign company needs capital from global, then they approach financial intermediaries such as depository banks, purchase shares in one country. So what they do, the intermediaries like banks, they purchase the shares in one country. They purchase the one country, shares from one country, and next they do securitization process. Then GDR is created. They sell GDR and from the foreign to the foreign market. So in a simple way here, if India needs capital, like our Indian company, okay, Indian need like you can see like Tata, right? If the company needs foreign capital for the investment and they want to raise GDR, what they'll do, they'll approach the banks. Then banks will purchase all their shares from, that is from Indian company, and then they'll securitization. They'll do securitization process. Then GDR is created. Then what they do, the intermediaries, those sell the GDR to the foreign market. So in this process, GDR is created. Next, this helps companies raise capital from foreign market. This helps. So our Indian Tata company needs foreign market. So in this way, by this process, GDR is created. GDR is negotiable instrument which can be denominated in any freely convertible. Wait a second. So freely it can be converted. GDR is a negotiable instrument which can be denominated, easily denominated in a freely manner. I hope you have cleared the process of GDR. It's very simple. So if a company needs capital from the global, they approach the bank. Then the banks purchase all the GDRs, like that is shares, and they create GDR and they sell the GDR to the other foreign markets. Okay, so this is a simple process. Next, GDR are based on the historical American depository. The difference being ADR and GDR traded in America and GDR traded in the multiple countries. So here GDR is based on the historical American deposit. It is based on ADR. So what is ADR we'll be seeing in the next video. The difference being ADR and ADR is they are traded in the America. These if we need capital from the America only, then we have to approach ADR. But if we need the capital from the other multiple countries, then we can go through GDR. This it's very important. The difference between ADR and GDR. Okay. Next, GDR has usually issued by companies from developing and emerging markets. Here, developing and emerging markets. GDR is issued mainly from developing countries and emerging markets because they are able to offer relatively higher growth than the developed countries, because developed countries are having enough money and they cannot give much return also be right. If we invest in the developing countries and emerging markets where there is a risk but there is a even higher growth rate also, higher return also, so GDR is the best. So they are able to offer relatively higher growth than developed economies, therefore are able to attract more investors. So here we can attract more investors. You can see here GDR means it's like global, so we can invest more from the countries also, other countries. But in ADR only American countries invest, right? So I hope you have cleared the meaning of the GDR process and basic introduction of GDR. Let's see next. Characteristics of GDR. So what are the characteristics? First one is exchange rate. So GDR are exchange traded instrument. These are the exchange rates. The intermediary buys a bulk quantity of foreign company and create GDR, which are the traded on local stock exchange. Since GDR are for multiple countries, they can trade on multiple stock exchange at the same time. So here basically GDR is an exchange rate where it can trade in the multiple countries, and the GDR is purchased from the foreign company, like India want to raise the capital from global, then for other countries we become foreign company, right? So like this it's traded, and then it's traded to the other local stock exchange, like means other foreign countries. Next, second one, conversion ratio means the number of shares of company that one GDR holds can be anything. So as I said before, the GDR holds 10 shares. Normally it holds 10 shares, but it can be higher or low, ranging from the fraction to a very high number. It depends upon the type of investors that the intermediary is planning to target. So here the ratio of very high and low, that depends upon the investor. Usually one GDR holds 10 shares, but the range is always flexible. Okay, conversion ratio depends upon the ratio. There will be higher and lower in the share value. Next is unsecured. GDR are unsecured securities. They are not backed by any asset other than the value of shares that are held in the certificate. Here it is unsecured. GDR is unsecured because here they are not backed up by any other asset, right? And they than the value of shares, because those are purchased under the value of shares only. So they are held in the certificate. So GDR is always back up by the share value only. Next one, price based on underlying. The price of GDR based on the price of shares that it holds. This point continues the third point. Here the price of GDR based on the price of the GDR is based on the shares, right? Because it is unsecured, GDR is unsecured, and it is valued under the shares only. The price also depends on supply and demand of the particular GDR. So the price of the GDR is depend on the supply of demand, which can be managed. On the basis of demand and supply, the price will be decided of the GDR. The intermediary might price it a tough higher than just the value of securities. Here the rate may be higher also in terms of transaction cost, etc., to make profit from being the intermediary. Here the intermediary who is purchasing the shares from the foreign company and selling it to the other foreign stock exchange. So what they do, they may value the shares securities in term of transaction cost. They may what they can apply the on the they may apply the value of the share to higher also sometimes to make profit, because they are intermediary, right? They purchase the shares from one company and sell to the other company from of the foreign countries, right? So price based on underlying, it depends on them. I hope you have cleared the meaning of characteristics of GDR, that is for exchange trade. It can be exchanged, right? And a conversion ratio which converts the value of the shares, unsecured, which is backed up by the share value, right? Next, price based on underlying. The price of the value of the price of the price of the GDR is depend upon the supply and demand, and it's decided by the intermediaries. I hope you have cleared the meaning of characteristics. Next, see advantages. So here advantages is liquidity. First is GDR are liquid instruments that are traded on stock exchange. Liquid can be managed by managing the supply and demand of instruments. It's a liquid instrument, so it can be easily convertible into cash. Access to foreign capital. Here GDR are essential mechanism to raise capital from the foreign market in the today's world. Yes, as I said before, GDR is mainly is used for raising the foreign capital from the foreign markets. The securitization process is being carried out by big names such as JP Morgan, Citibanks, like these. What are the intermediaries like banks and all? So what they do, they are the big intermediaries. It is giving companies all over the world access to the foreign capital. These intermediaries are giving they are giving world access to the foreign capital through over the where I am okay through a relatively simpler mechanism. It is also helping companies to increase their worldwide visibility by issuing GDR in multiple countries. So here, by the way of GDR, the intermediaries, by the help of intermediaries also, we can raise. We are having opportunity to raise capital from the foreign market. Next is easily transferable. GDR can be easily transferable from one person to another. So, like the shares, how we sell and buy, so in the same way, GDR can also be easily transferable from one person to another. This makes trading them very easy even for non-resident investor. Who is non-resident investor, it's make easy also for them. Then the transfer of GDR does not involve heavy documents like some other securities. Here, the transfer of GDR, it's very easy and does not involve any heavy documentation for the like some other securities. So it's very easily it can be transferable. Next, the disadvantages is no voting rights. Here, the holder of GDR, they are not having any holding, they are not having any voting rights. Under the mechanism of GDR, the shares of a company are sold in the bulk to an intermediary. So here the intermediary, what they do, they purchase the shares from the company which is raising capital from the foreign market in a bulk in other country, who's further securitize them into GDR. The shares purchased by intermediary, they securitize it and then into GDR. Therefore, the voting rights in the company are retained by the intermediary who has directly bought the shares and not by the investors who buy the GDR. Here, the mainly voting right is under the intermediaries. They hold it, but who are investing in GDR, they do not have any right of voting. So I hope you have cleared this point. Next one is high. So the next point is high regulation. GDR are issued in multiple countries. They become subject to regulators. Here, so GDR is the, as I said before, GDR is issued in the multiple countries and it is raised in the global market, right? The capital is raised. So the country which is raising GDR should be very smart and should follow all the regulations. Even its small mistakes can make a company in a risk, right? Company might have to be bear huge consequences for even small mistakes. They can make heavy losses also. So the company should be follow the high rules and regulations of the other countries also. The forex risk. So forex risk here, GDR are exposed to the foreign exchange rate volatility. So here foreign exchange rates, exchange the currency rates of other foreign exchange markets always will be, it's flexible. Since the dividends received and the original price of the shares are denominated in foreign currency, an appreciation of foreign currency can reduce the return generated and even cause losses to the investor. Here, as a GDR is held in the foreign markets and it deals with the foreign markets, right? And the foreign countries, the dividends which is received by the investors will be sometimes even high also, it may be loss also. So there is a risk also in that, and the dividends received and the original price of the shares, it's depend upon the dividends which is receiving to them, and the appreciation in the value of foreign currency, increase in the value of foreign currency can reduce the return generated. The return will be reduced based on the price of the shares and even cause loss to the investor. So here, as the foreign currencies value always will be flexible, right? It may be sometimes low, it may be sometimes high. So the risk creates, there is a risk in GDR also. So every company should invest in the GDR, it's GDR, invest in the GDR very careful manner. They need to follow even high regulations of the other countries, and even they need to take a risk also of the foreign currency. So I hope you have cleared the meaning of disadvantages. Thank you. Keep learning, and if you have any doubt, please do comment me in the comment section box and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.